Get started with today's session. Well, welcome back, everybody, and I hope you are doing well today. For today's session, I did mention already, but for those who have joined since, we will need a pole as usual, and we need a cushion. If you haven't done these sessions before, a pole is something you can hold in two hands and do some movement with. That can be a towel, that can be a pole, a stick, a t-shirt, whatever you can hold sort of into your hands about shoulder width apart. And you'll also need a cushion of some sort. That's something just a bit more smaller and compact. I use a cushion from a sofa, but you can use a ball, you can use a yoga block I've seen, anything along those sort of lines. If you don't have anything or you can't hold on to anything, don't worry, I'm going to show you how to adapt these exercises as we go through today's session. But first of all, you don't need any equipment as we're going to start our warm-up. But before we start our warm-up, just make sure if you do need any break or any rest during these sessions, feel free to do so. If you want to stop and have a drink and then just join back in, or if you want to stop for a longer period or just stop altogether, that is absolutely fine. These sessions are here for you. So if you need to do anything to adapt it in any way, feel free to do so. I'm just here to guide you through the workout and to provide some motivation as we do so. Let's get started with our warm-up. Make sure we've got plenty of space around us so we're not going to hit anything or anyone. And nice and simple, we'll just start moving our arm around in a circle the best we can here. Nice and gentle movements. Excellent. So it's just best we can here. If you can't get a full circle like I'm doing, a small one's fine, or even just a little one, wherever you can get to, moving it around the best you can. And then with that same arm, let's go the opposite way around. Okay, let's change arms over to the other side and get that one moving around. And again, the best you can, whatever that looks like. And change direction with that arm, and the opposite way. Okay, as we can, reaching over towards the opposite shoulder. If you can't get all the way over, get to where you can. If that's the near shoulder, that's great. But if you can't do that, even we can come across the front instead. Essentially, whatever movement we do here, we get some bend in the elbow, at least as best you can. And moving through that nicely. Good. Taking one arm here, swinging it forwards, reach up as best you can, and then swing back down. If you can't get all the way up, just get to where you can with this. If that's head height, chin height, shoulder height, wherever it may be, just get it to where you can, and then back down. As you bring it up to the top, stretch, reach up as high as you can, before bringing it back down, just for a split second. Changing arms to the other side. Movement, everybody. Okay, breathe in for a hug, arms out to the side, and repeat through that. Okay, let's do some shoulder rotations round. And change direction. And then giving that a little shake out there. Okay, if we could grab our poles. First of all, I'm going to start the timer. Should this turn up first? So we're going to go in 15 seconds time. We're going to start with some paddling forwards with that pole. Nice and simple to begin with. So paddling forwards, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Nice and simple to start with, 5 out of 10 for the effort. Not hard, not easy between the two. If you've got a pole like this, continue as so. If you don't have one, then we can just simulate that movement exactly the same. You get back into position. Not easy. I need to replace a bearing on my front wheel, so moving's not easy at the moment. Okay.
Halfway there.
Halfway through. Swag. Okay, 20 seconds to go for this first one. And on the next one, we'll do the same movement in the opposite direction.
10 seconds.
10 seconds now. So change in 3, 2, 1. Change direction. Stay at 5 out of 10 pace. And again, we've got the with the pole option. We've got without the pole option. And if you want to do it single arm even, you can do it like that as well. So options galore for you. Okay, we are
Halfway there.
halfway through this next one. On the next one we're going to be doing, we're going to do both arms around together. Nice work. Okay, 10
10
seconds
seconds.
left. Next one coming up, both arms round together. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Both
Young
hands.
feet.
Nice work. And again, staying at that 5 out of 10 paces. Not easy, not hard, but what it does is slowly builds that heart rate up, builds our core body temperature up a bit, and gets our body ready for when we get to the harder stuff.
Halfway there.
Halfway through, good stuff, keep it going. Okay, 10 seconds to go. On the next one, same movement, opposite direction. In 4, 3, 2, 1. So change direction. And keep it going, good. So then, okay, halfway through this one. Okay, on the next one, we're going to go back to some paddling, but we're going to go into our canoe paddling
10
next.
seconds.
Down to the left, first of all. And if you're confused, where I'm going to show you in 3, 2, 1. So we come
5.
down as if we're paddling. There we go. Getting spasm, you guys carry on. To really imagine that end of the pole or imaginary pole, whichever
Halfway
situation
there.
it is, you're digging it into the water, pulling it back, and imagine you're getting a good stroke each time through the water with that paddle. Okay, 10 seconds to go
seconds.
here. On the next one, we'll swap over to the other side. In 4, 3, 2, 1, switching over.
6.
Good. You may find that you get better range of motion on one side than the other. Just do what you can. Whether that's with the pole, or without. You can do a single arm as well if you need to.
Halfway there.
Halfway through. Okay, on the next one, we are going to do circles in a clockwise direction in front of us. 10 seconds to go this one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turning around in a circle. So clockwise in this first. And again, you got with the pole, you got without, and you can do single arm if you need to. And even if that looks like one arm's doing more than the other, even, that's also fine. Just doing what you can.
Halfway there.
Halfway through this one here.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to go. On the next one, change in direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. So change. And keeping that moving there. Excellent work. Good start to this session we've got today. After this one, we've got 2 more at 5 out of 10
Halfway
pace,
there.
and then we're going to change it up slightly. And for the next one, we're going to be doing down, down, forwards, forwards, up, up. If you're not aware of that, I will guide you through it as we get to it in 10 seconds
10
time.
seconds.
If you're already confident with what you're doing, feel free to go for it. I'm just going to explain it as we get into it in 3, 2, 1. So you go down, down, forwards, forwards, up, up. And again, down, down, forwards, forwards, up, up. Repeating through. I find it easier to say it in my head as I'm doing it. And as always, we've got the pole option, we've got without the pole, and we've got single arm as well, depending on your ability or the equipment you've got.
Halfway there.
Halfway through this particular one. Okay, on the next one, we're going to do both arms forwards, both arms overhead.
10 seconds.
And this will be our last one at 5 out of 10, but we'll move straight into the next one after it. And I'll explain as we go through this next one. 3, 2, 1. So both arms forwards, both arms up. Forwards, up. Don't worry if you can't fully extend your arms. It's just a short movement. Just do what you can here.
Halfway there.
Okay, so we're halfway through this one. On the next 5, what I want you to do is to do 30 seconds at the best effort you can for the 30. And then we're going to do 30 seconds back at this pace again, back at 5 out of 10. First exercise,
10 seconds.
we're going to go back to the paddling as normal, the first exercise that we did, but maximum effort for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. So coming around, best effort here. And we're doing 30 seconds maximum effort with this, 30 seconds at 5 out of 10. And we're going to do 5 of those and switching up the exercises as we go through. Good work. Okay. 10 more seconds at maximum effort. Good work. Keep it going. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that pace back down.
Halfway there.
Don't go too slow with this though, remember, we don't want fast, we don't want easy, in between the two. Good, 20 seconds to go this. Next one, we are going to do same movement, opposite direction.
10 seconds.
Are you ready? Picking up that pace in 4, 3, 2, 1, change direction, and off we go. That's it. Keep that pace fast. See if you can go even faster, maybe. Keep it going. And it's a little bit trickier going backwards and forwards, but you're doing great. Let's keep it going all the way through here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowing it back
Halfway
down
there.
to that 5 out of 10 pace. Good. That's our first 2 done with those. 3 more of these ones to go. Next one, we're going to do both arms round together forwards. in 10 seconds
10
time.
seconds.
Great start there. Let's keep that going through these next ones. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nice work. Keep going. Keep pushing it. Halfway through.
Halfway there.
Let's slow it back down. So back down to 5 out of 10. Sorry, I didn't count you down on that last one. Okay, 15 seconds, 5 out of 10 left. Next one, same movement,
10
opposite
seconds.
direction, picking up that pace again. And 4, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Good work, keep going. Ten seconds to go at maximum pace here. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that pace back down.
Halfway there.
Nice work. Okay, once we come around on this 30 seconds, we've got one last one to go. I'll let you choose what exercise you want to do, whether it's one we've already done. I'm going to do the double arm forwards, double arm overhead, but you can do down, down, forwards, forwards, up, up. You can do
10 seconds.
this exercise, whatever you want to do for this last one, but make sure it's fast for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, off we go.
Last round.
Nice work, keep it going. Fifteen seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowing it down
Halfway there.
to 5 out of 10. And bring it in for this last little bit here.
Ten seconds.
10 seconds to go. Staying at 5 out of 10. And 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good work, everybody. If you need a drink, grab yourself a drink. We don't need our poles now, so we can pop those down, and you won't need them again for the rest of the session. So if you wanted to put them so they're not going to be in your way, that's fine. And I'll get this next time to set up. But you've got time to have a drink if you need one whilst I do this. Okay, cool, right. So for this one, we're going to do similar to what we did in the last one, but we're going to go 30 seconds. And for the 30 seconds, I kind of want not necessarily best effort, but the best that you can do, and the best that you want to go for it. But so put in some effort. But if you want to go sort of 7 out of 10 for some of these exercises that we're going to do, that's absolutely fine. Just because some of them can be a little bit harder than others, so just do the best you can with it. Some of them you might struggle with, but that's okay. We're going to see what we can do today, and I'm going to give you an alternative specifically for one of them, because one of them is particularly difficult to perform. I'm going to give you an alternative here. Good. Okay, so we've got 12 rounds, 30 seconds, best effort that you can do, and 30 seconds of complete rest. I know that some of you like to move a bit during that 30 seconds to rest. I'll leave that up to you if you want to, but I'm going to go with complete rest in between. So what the exercise we're going to do, we're going to go through some simulated swimming. So essentially we're going to simulate the 4 strokes. We're going to start with front crawl, we're going to do backstroke, breaststroke, and then the one that I said is particularly difficult is the butterfly option, which if you can't do the butterfly option, you can either do front crawl again or breaststroke again, depending on what you want to do here. But you can just redo one of the ones that we've already done that you found was a little bit more doable for you. Again, I'm going to guide you through this the best we can. And some of the movements you might struggle with doing it similar to myself, whether that's ability level, whether that's swimming experience even, whatever it may be, don't worry. And don't worry what you look like. We're all going to look stupid doing this sort of thing, so we'll all be doing it together. So yeah, I'm going to set up the timer. We're going to start with a front crawl. And if it looks like dog paddle, that's fine. And I accidentally just cancelled off the timer rather than hitting go, so I'll set up again. Give me a second. Okay, let's get going in 15 seconds time. Front crawl to start with, and just doing the best you can. I'm going to guide you through it, watch you, and see how I can advise as we go through it. But getting your arms over and around the best you can. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So getting them over and around. And again, it can be big, long strokes, or it can be little ones. I don't mind, whatever that looks like for you. And even if it's one arm and then the other arm, whilst you're using the other arm to balance, that's fine. Have a play around with it, see what works for you. 10 more seconds though. That's it, great work. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good. That's the first one done. Next up is the breaststroke. Sorry, backstroke. Got it in the wrong order. Yeah, backstroke up next. So a similar movement, but we're going to do both arms backwards. And again, it doesn't have to look like you're an Olympic swimmer. You can look like you're half drowning, as long as you're trying the best you can. That's all that matters. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Somewhere halfway through. Let's work all the way through to the end here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Nice work. I personally find that one the hardest of them all. I don't really know why, but there we go. So the next one we'll do is some breaststroke, which is probably the easiest one to do. Again, just do the best you can. If you need to do it single arm or one arm at a time for balance reasons, whatever you need to do here is absolutely fine. Okay. Are you ready? In 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Halfway. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good. Okay. So now is the harder one. I want you to try first. If you feel like you can't do it, just go back to one of the ones we've done already that you felt like you could do well. I'll give you a little demonstration while we're still resting here. But it's both arms up and over, just like so. Alrighty, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. There you go. You guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Keep that going. Halfway through. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. One can burn the shoulders a little bit. Good work. Okay, so we've got 30 seconds of rest. We go back to the beginning. So we've done 4. We're doing 12 in total. So we've got 2 more rounds of the 4 left. Back to front crawl next. 15 more seconds of our rest. Great start there, everybody. Let's try and keep what we've already done throughout this next block here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go.
5.
And if you feel like you've got it a bit more and you feel comfortable too, you can pick up that pace a little bit. Maybe put a little bit more effort into it. Maybe get even a little bit of rotation in your body as you're doing the front crawl. Excellent work. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Rest in here. Good. So I can tell those who have had some swimming lessons or a little bit of history in swimming because they want to do the breathing whilst they're doing the swimming on the land, even though you can breathe at any time. So they want to raise their arm, head up to the side. Or when they're doing the backstroke, they get the pinky in first, if you know all that stuff. Anyway, so we're doing backstroke now. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good work, everybody. Halfway through. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Okay, breaststroke up next. And we're halfway through this 12. Ten seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Doing great. Keep it going. 15 seconds to go. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good work. And we're back to the big one on butterfly next. Again, do the best you can. You guys did very well on the first one, definitely exceeded my expectations. Not I tried to have any, but you guys managed to do very well, so that's awesome. Okay, we're going to do the butterfly in 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go.
8.
Good work. Keep it going. Keep putting that effort in. We are halfway through. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good. Okay, we got one more time through this bit. Doing really well. Let's keep it going here. So back to front crawl next. 15 seconds. And to go, front crawl coming up. And 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Halfway. Okay, keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good work, everybody. 3 more to go. Backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly. Let's make sure that all of them are as good as they can be for us. But really great so far. Always keep that going. 15 more seconds of our rest. Backstroke up next. And 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Halfway, keep it going. And to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. So last 2, breaststroke up next. Ten seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Fantastic. Keep it going. Halfway through this one. And 3, 2, 1. Resting there. And on to our last one of this block. Seconds left of the rest. 10 seconds. Last one here. And 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Way, keep it going all the way to the end here. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Fantastic work, everybody. Let's grab ourselves a drink and we'll move into the last bit of hard work where we're going to be using our cushions. So if you could grab those ready, or your cushion equivalent. Let's grab a drink as well. It does look like Coke, but I can promise you I'm not drinking Coke during the session. They have a drink in South America called, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled mate, M-A-T-E. It's kind of like, it's basically tea, really. That's the best way to explain it. It's just another type of tea. And obviously, being British, I've got to experience as much tea as I possibly can. So, yeah. Excellent work. Okay, so we've got about 15 seconds left of this, sorry, 15 minutes left of this session here today to go. So we use our cushions now. And we're going to do a little bit of core work, some with the cushion, some without the cushion. And some of the exercises, we're going to be using our core muscles to stay as still as we possibly can. And there's some of them, we're going to be using them to move through different exercises. I'm going to explain before we do each one, sort of how that is, just to give you a refresher, because I haven't done these ones for a little while, especially the ones where we keep still. But essentially I'm going to guide you through each and every exercise. I've got a timer of sorts set up, but we're not going to stick to a specific time. We're just going to go until I think that's a good time to do it for. And we're going to start with the exercises, but I want you to use your core to stop moving your body. So to do that, we can just try the best you can. Essentially, we're going to be doing some exercise and our shoulders are going to want to go side to side or back and forth, depending on the exercise. And I want you to keep yourself sat upright, sat straight as best you can. It's going to be difficult for some of you, it's going to be somewhat difficult. Some of you may find it easier. To make it easier, you want more contact with the chair you're in. To make it harder, you want less contact with the chair you're in, because it's literally supporting you through this movement. So it's too easy. You can shuffle forwards, not use the backrest. If it's possible to raise a leg, for example, you can raise a leg, but anything you can make it harder to keep balance, the harder it's going to be. And the things you can keep more balanced using more things to support you, whatever it is, the easier it will be, depending on your level. Again, it all depends on where we are. Okay, so the first one we're going to do here, and you can just join in where you're ready to, is our figure of 8. So this one, we're going to do the figure of 8 just like so. And again, you can join in where you're ready to. And for this, essentially what we're trying to do is not let our shoulders go like this. We want to keep them as still as we possibly can. And the cushion we're using, even though it's a lightweight, is trying to throw us off this way and then throw us off this way. And we're trying to not let it do that. Excellent. Nice work, everybody. And the more vigorous you are as well, the harder it's going to be. So if I do that, then it's hard for me to stay upright. So again, you can add that in if you need to. Work, and we go here for another 3, 2, 1, and then resting there. Okay, so next one, very similar concept, but instead of stopping our body going side to side, we're going to stop it rocking back and forth. And to do this one, we're going to start cushion out in front of us, raise it up as best we can, and then raise it down, keeping the arms either with a little bit of a bend or a straight, but don't bend them as you do the exercise. You're just raising it up and then lowering it back down. And again, you can make it harder a few little different ways. If you're ready to start doing it, feel free to start. But I feel like if I rest down here, it's easier because this seems to be the hardest point. That's where my body wants to fall forwards. So bring it up, then sort of pause around about belly height and then bring it up. I can feel it because I can't talk quite as well as I do. Bring it down to that height. Again, you're trying to not let yourself rock back and forth, so you want to try and stay upright, stay strong, keep that spine almost locked in place for this one. Excellent, and let's rest there. So for those two exercises, as I said, they're more of an anti-movement exercise. Almost imagine it as like a tree is falling on you and you've got to hold it up. You know, it's still, you're not moving, you're trying to keep it still, but you're still working out, you're still activating your muscles, still working. Exercise doesn't always have to involve moving. Sometimes it's resisting movement, and that's what we're trying to do there with our core. Very light work for the core, but I know for a lot of us, that is a weaker area, so we can't necessarily do things like sit-ups or things dangling from a bar and all sorts of crazy stuff that you would usually do if you're doing a core workout. So that's why we do this slightly lighter stuff. And those things I mentioned can make those ones harder, sitting away from the chair. Also being a bit more vigorous with it, even getting something heavier as well, that can help because it's throwing you more off balance. But yeah, so we'll pop those down. We're going to return with the cushion in a second, so we'll either keep it on your lap or just pop it to the side, whatever's easiest for you to grab it again in a second. I'm just gonna pop mine down, so it's easier to show you. And we're gonna go on to our movement ones now, which is the one we've been doing recently. And we're gonna reach down to one side, pull ourselves right the way back up, and then reach down to the other side. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. Those who usually join have seen this and done this before. And this is all about reaching down the best we can, and then using that spine to pull ourselves back up. Try not to use the other arm as momentum to help yourself up. Sometimes it can be quite easy to just go whoop, and then you come up. So try and use that spine. You don't have to go a long way on this. Just go down to where you start to feel like you can't go any further without falling down, and then pull yourself back up. If you go too far, you can always grab with the other hand and then use that as an assist. And if I go too far, yeah, I'm not coming back up from there, so I need to use the other hand to assist. So, and that's going to look different for everybody. You know, there's all sorts of things. Obviously, our ability is one thing, but also length of our spine, length of our arms, strength of those areas, lots of different reasons. So just go down to where you feel is right. And maybe even challenge yourself a little bit, try and see if you can get maybe a little bit further. And then you use that assistance if you need it. And then we'll keep going on this. I will give you an option to make it even harder, which is to put both arms down to one side, because we're putting more weight down there now. And then as you pull up, you're bringing up more weight each time. Just put in. Oh, that was particularly hard at the moment. So just doing the best you can with that, with both arms if you need to. Yeah, let's rest it there. On the next one, again, similar to the one we just did, but instead of the side to side action, we're going back and forth, going down, and then raising up. So it's bending forwards at the hips, and then raising back up. So there's obviously going to be a few restrictions here. If you're not that flexible, you might not be able to get down that far, but that's fine. Just get to where you can. And then try and raise back up using that spine. Don't let your arms swing. But if you want to make this easier, put your hands down by your side, that will make it easier. But if you want to make it harder, you bring the arms up. And the higher the arms are, the harder this is going to be. So if I put them there, I can't do it. If I bring them down to shoulder height, I can get that in. So find the place that works for you to really engage those muscles. So you don't want it being easy, but you don't want to be able to, well, you still want to be able to do the exercise. So find that sweet spot. Excellent work. Good. Do one more of those. And then if you can grab your cushions, we are going to go through each one of those exercises again. We'll do roughly 30 seconds of each here. And we go in 10 seconds time with the first one. I'm going to do the figure of 8 to start in 4, 3, 2, 1. So figure of 8 here. Try not to let yourself rock side to side. So and roughly 10 more seconds of this one. And let's change onto the front raise one. So bring it up, bring it down. Fantastic work. About 15 seconds more on this one. Okay, pop those cushions down or on your lap. Let's go into reaching down to one side and the other. Nice work. And changing into leaning forwards, raising up. This will be our last one that we do, which we've got another 15 seconds up here. Three, two, one. Resting there. Fantastic work, everybody. Let's just do a little bit of a cool down. Those core exercises are way less intense than the cardio stuff we do. So we'll just do a little bit of breathing here just to get ourselves set. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Try and make the out breath longer than the in breath. Shrug the shoulders up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, relax them down. Don't let them just drop. Ease them down. Again, breathing in, shrug the shoulders up. Breathe out, relax it down. In your own time, in your own pace, there's no rush here. Good, and then just giving that a little shake off there as we bring today's session to a close. Really good job, everybody.